So diode is basically a PN junction diode, in which there is one side there is a N-type semiconductor and N-type material, and one side there is a P-type material. So it is basically a combination of two types of material. One is N-type and another is P-type material. So that's why it is called PN junction diode. PN junction diode. So where there is a N-type material, that terminal is the negative terminal of the diode, and where there is a P-type material, that terminal connected to this P-type material is called the positive terminal of the diode. So these two are the electrodes. One is connected to the N-type material and another electrode is connected to the P-type material. The electrode which is connected to P-type material is the positive terminal, and one which is connected to the N-type material is the negative terminal of the diode. So this is the symbol of the diode. This is the positive terminal of the diode and this is the negative terminal of the diode. So in order to make the diode work, we have to apply the voltage across these two terminals of the diode. One is positive and another is negative terminal. You have already studied this component. If we apply positive terminal of a battery to the positive side of the diode and negative terminal of the battery to the negative side of the diode. Say if we apply this type of DC battery across the diode, that is the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the positive side or the positive side of the diode, and the negative terminal of the diode is connected to the negative side of the battery. Then we can say the diode is forward bias. So there are three possible combinations of biasing of this diode. One is a forward biased. Second is a reverse biased. And the third one is zero bias. Zero bias means there is no voltage connected across the battery. We are interested in these two. That is the forward biasing of the diode and reverse biasing of the diode. Diode are used in many applications, like I have stated earlier. One is in the power supply section. In power supply, where it is used to convert AC into DC. That means it is used as a rectifier. And it can be used as a switch also, because when the diode is connected in forward bias condition, it acts like a closed switch. Say, for example, if this is the diode and if we connect it across a battery, that means the positive terminal of the diode is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and negative terminal of the battery is connected to the N type of material of the diode, N side of the diode. So this diode is said to be in forward bias condition. When the diode is in forward bias condition, it will work like a short circuit. That means it will allow the current to flow through it. If you see this diagram here, this arrow shows the direction of the current. So if diode is in forward bias condition, it will allow the current to flow through it in this direction. That means from positive terminal to the negative terminal of the diode. That is from P-type material to the N-type material. So if diode is in a forward bias condition, it will act like a closed switch. Whereas if this same diode is connected in the reverse bias condition means the positive terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the negative terminal of the diode. Then the diode is said to be in a reverse bias condition. And in reverse bias condition, this diode will work like a open circuit. See, we are talking about the ideal diode in this case. So अगर हम देखें तो डायोड को we can take it as a ideal diode or we can take it as a practical diode. But जब आपको numericals आते हैं गेट के एग्जाम में based on the diodes, तो आपको वहां पर डिसाइड करना है कि आपको डायोड को आइडियल डायोड कंसिडर करना है या फिर प्रैक्टिकल डायोड कंसिडर करना है. तो वो किस पे डिपेंड करता है? See, that depends upon the input voltage or the supply voltage applied across the diode. For example, say this is the diode and this is the positive terminal and negative terminal, and if we connect it across a battery like this, in which the positive terminal of the battery is connected to the positive side of the diode and negative terminal of the battery is connected to the negative side of the diode. And let's say the battery is of 2 volt. Then if the diode is of silicon type, say this is the silicon diode. So as you are aware, the diodes are of 2 types, the silicon diode or germanium diode. Mostly we are considering the diode as a silicon diode. और आपको पता है silicon diode को ऑन करने के लिए we require minimum 0.7 volt to be applied across it. ठीक है? So अगर आप सप्लाई वोल्टेज 0.7 या उससे ज्यादा अप्लाई करोगे तो ये डायोड फॉरवर्ड बायस कंडीशन में आएगा एंड इट विल स्टार्ट कंडक्टिंग. सो if you see, if I draw a resistor here, say there is a resistor RL, load resistor for example, and I am taking the voltage across this load resistor, say V0, output voltage. So this is input voltage Vi and this is the output voltage which I am taking across the load resistor RL. So if 0.7 volt is across the diode, then let's say the drop across the diode is 0.7 volt as it is a silicon diode, then what is the voltage across this RL? Can you tell me the voltage across RL? Anyone? See, student, you have to participate in this discussion. Na? To get the maximum out of it, you have to participate in it. What is the voltage across RL? The voltage across RL will be the 2 volt, that is the supply voltage, minus the voltage drop across the diode, that is 0.7 volt. Then you will get the 1.3 volt across the diode, or sorry, across the load resistor RL. So if we compare this 2 volt with this 1.3 volt, then this 2 volt is definitely greater as compared to 1.3 volt, but this 1.3 volt is not negligible as compared to 2 volt. So in this case, if the supply voltage is less, we cannot consider the diode as a ideal diode, because if we consider the diode as an ideal diode, then the voltage drop, that means if you apply a voltage across the diode, it will switch on, it will act like a short circuit, and if this diode is a short circuit, then the current directly flows through the load resistor. There will be no voltage drop like this 0.7 volt, and this 2 volt entirely will be available across the load resistor RL. This 2 volt will be available across the load resistor RL. So entire 2 volt, that is the supply voltage, will be available across the load resistor. You consider the ideal diode, but in practical diode it is 1.3 volt. So 1.3 volt as compared to 2 volt is not negligible. Whereas if you consider, say, if I consider 10 volt as a supply voltage instead of 2 volt, if I apply 10 volt, then what will be the voltage across the RL? This 0.7 volt will remain constant, because the diode is a silicon type. Then then at the output, that is across the RL, we will get 9.3 volt. So 9.3 volt, and this 10 volt, if you compare these two voltages, 10 volt and 9.3 volt, you can say this 10 volt is nearly equal to 9.3 volt. That means you can consider the diode as an ideal diode, because in ideal condition, this 10 volt will be equal to 10 volt. That means input will be equal to output. Let's say if we increase the input voltage to 100 volt, say 100 volt करते हो, तो आपको लोड के अक्रॉस कितना मिलेगा? RL के अक्रॉस you will get 99.3. So 99.3 volt is nearly equal to 100 volt. So that means if the supply voltage is greater than 10 volt or 10 volt or greater, you can consider the diode as an ideal diode while calculating the numerical. So this you should keep in mind, that when we should consider diode as an ideal diode, and when we should consider diode as a practical diode. If the voltage is less, for example, in this case it is 2 volt, then we have to consider the diode as a practical diode, not the ideal diode, because this 2 volt in comparison with 1.3 volt, you cannot neglect this 1.3 volt, or you cannot say this 2 volt is nearly equal to 1.3 volt, because it is not. This 2 volt is not equal to 1.3 volt, or not even nearly equal to 1.3 volt. So you cannot take the diode as a ideal diode in this case. So let us see the characteristic of the diode. So this is the characteristic of a practical diode, not the ideal diode. If we see, we have drawn this characteristic with respect to I on the y-axis and V on the V is the voltage across diode. You can also take it as VD, voltage across diode. So current flowing through the diode is I and voltage across the diode is V. So if we plot this, we will get this type of characteristics. So what is this knee? What is this knee? Knee or cut-in voltage आपने सुना रहा होगा. Cut-in voltage or knee voltage of the diode. So there are two voltages. एक अगर आप questions देखेंगे इस पे based numericals देखेंगे तो you will come across a term that is V gamma. V gamma is the cut-in voltage of the diode. Cut-in voltage means the voltage after which or on which diode starts conducting. So for silicon, it is 0.5 volt, and for germanium it is 0.1 volt. This is the standard voltages. But what is 0.7 volt then? The 0.7 volt is the voltage across the diode when it starts conducting. That means at this point, or you can say this knee voltage is the 0.7 volt. So this 0.7 volt is the knee voltage. So it is for silicon it is 0.7 volt, and for germanium it is 0.3 volt. Or in some book you will find this as 0.2 volt also. So 0.2 volt or 0.3 volt for germanium, and for silicon it is 0.3 volt. So if you see the diode characteristic in this half, forward bias condition, when you increase the voltage, the current will be negligibly small across the diode because not yet the diode starts conducting. So after this voltage, the diode will start conducting and current will increase rapidly. So if you talk about the ideal diode, the characteristic will be like this only. This. Let me take the different color. So if we talk about the ideal diode means what? Ideal diode means the diode will act like a short circuit in the forward bias condition. So in the forward bias condition, the diode will be like this. This is the ideal diode characteristic. So in forward bias condition, as soon as this 0.7 volt is across the diode, it will start conducting. But if we see the practical diode characteristic, you will find the slope. What is this slope? This slope is if you know how we are calculating the slope, it is, I think, dy by dx, the quantity at the y-axis upon quantity at the x-axis. So it is I by v, and you know I by v is what? 1 upon r. What is this r? This is rf in forward bias condition. So this slope is 1 by rf, and this slope is 1 by RR, that is the diode in reverse bias condition or the resistance in reverse bias condition. This is the practical, we are talking about the practical diode. In practical diode, if we draw the diagram, it will be like this. Voltage, if the diode is forward biased, then there will be a voltage, that is V of gamma, and there will be a resistance in series. So this is the RF, forward resistance, and it is very less resistance in case of the forward bias condition of practical diode. So, and in case of a reverse bias diode, it will be a resistor RR, which is a very high resistance. Ideally, we'll take it as a infinite, but in practice, it is very high in mega ohms. So, this is the forward characteristic, and in reverse bias, when we, excuse me, hello, class में हूँ. Sorry for the inconvenience. So, in reverse bias, when we apply the negative, negative terminal of the battery to the positive side of the diode and positive terminal of the battery to the negative side of the diode, then as we start increasing the voltage in the negative direction, at some voltage, the diode will get short circuited. That means it will break down the diode will be breaks down. That means the diode will be short circuited and the reverse current will starts increasing, and current will starts increasing suddenly. So short circuit हो गया, that means current will start flowing. अगर आप किसी भी component को short कर देते हैं, तो current will starts rapidly. So in this case also, the current will starts increasing rapidly in the negative direction because voltage is negative in this case. So there is a leakage current between this, जब डायोड ब्रेकडाउन हो रहा है वहां से लेकर जब आप नेगेटिव वोल्टेज इंक्रीज कर रहे हैं ग्रेजुअली, then this leakage current is 20 microampere, greater than 20 microampere, or this if we denote it by IL, that is the leakage current, then it is less than 20 microampere for silicon and 50 microampere for germanium. This is in reverse bias condition. So this is all about the characteristics of the diode and when we should consider the diode as ideal diode and when we should consider the diode as a practical diode. Now let us take the example. Let me draw a circuit and you have to find the current. Let's say this is the circuit. This is a resistor and one resistor. This is grounded. This voltage at this end is 10 volt. This resistor is of 10K. This resistor is also of 10K and a diode is connected here. And let's say there is one more resistor connected to ground and it is also of 10K. 10 kilo ohm resistors. And we need to find the voltage across the diode That means the voltage taken across this resistor of 10K and the current flowing through the diode. So current और voltage find करना है आपको across the diode. Current through the diode and voltage across the diode, that means across this resistor of 10 kilo ohm. How will you find this? Any idea? Student, please participate in the discussion. You have to solve it. ये आपको इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन आएंगे एग्जाम में. So let me solve it. See, the voltage at this end is 10 volt and this end is connected to the positive terminal of the diode, and this end of the diode, if you see, is connected to the ground. That means positive terminal of the diode is connected to the positive voltage and the negative terminal of the diode is connected to the ground. That means we can consider that the diode is forward bias. So let me consider, let the diode is forward biased. और अगर डायोड फॉरवर्ड बायस्ड है तो क्या होगा, ये 10 वोल्ट कनेक्टेड है, तो यू कैन कंसीडर द आइडियल डायोड. सो इफ यू ड्रॉ द सर्किट वंस अगेन, considering that the diode is forward biased and it is an ideal diode, so what we will get? This is 10 volt supply, this is 10K resistor, this is also a 10K resistor. Here the diode is connected and here is the 10K resistor. And as the diode is in forward bias condition, so it will work like a short circuit. So this is the network and we have to find the current I, this current I, and let the current which is flowing through this is, say, I dash. For example, I dash is flowing through here and I is flowing through here, which we need to find out. So if you solve this network, you can draw it like this. If you see this, these two 10 ohm resistors, this and this, these two 10 ohm resistors are connected in parallel, and this parallel combination is connected in series with this 10K resistor. So let me draw the another diagram. So this is the 10 volt supply and this is the 10K and here is the current I dash which is flowing. So what is the value of this resistor? This is the parallel combination of these two resistors, that is 10K in parallel with 10K. What is the 10K parallel 10K?
5K.
5K, very good. 5K. So 5K. So this 10K and this 5K resistor are connected now in series, and we can easily find out this I dash. What is this I dash? फॉर्मूला क्या होगा इसका? वोल्टेज दैट इज 10 वोल्ट, वोल्टेज अपॉन रेजिस्टर. So voltage क्या है? In this case it is 10 volt divided by the resistors 10 plus 5k, 10 plus 5, और ये ध्यान में रखना है ये k में है, किलो ओम. So क्या आएगा? It will be 10 upon 15. 10 upon 15 means
0.6. 0.6.
so 5 2s are 10 and 5 3s are means 2 upon 3 milliampere, na? Isn't it? I dash is so this I dash is what? This I dash is 2 by 3 milliampere. But we need to find this I करंट फाइंड करना था ना हमको. तो I क्या होगा? अगर आप ये नेटवर्क देखेंगे, ये वाला नेटवर्क, यहाँ पे करंट आ रहा है अप टू दिस नोड, और यहाँ पर आकर करंट डिवाइड हो रहा है. और अगर आप देखोगे तो इधर भी सेम अमाउंट का रेजिस्टर कनेक्टेड है, इधर भी सेम अमाउंट का रेजिस्टर कनेक्टेड है. That means this current will be divided at this node in two equal parts. Half current will flow through it and half current will flow through this 10k resistor. That means what is the value of I then? It will be 1 by 2 of this I dash, that is 2 by 3 milliampere. Or you can say this I is 1.3 milliampere. This is the answer. ये समझ में आया क्या आपको? Students, are you there ना?
Yes.
Are you getting it ना? 1 by 3 milliampere कहाँ से आया?
Yes.
Okay. Then what about the voltage? V find करना था ना हमको. What is the voltage? And this voltage is across this 10 kilo ohm resistor. So V is equals to what? Formula क्या है? V is equals to I into R. So I is what? I is this current which we have calculated here, 1.3 milliampere. 1.3 into the resistor is of 10k. So the voltage will be 10 by 3 volt. This is the answer. समझ में आया क्या स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me take another example. One more. Let us say ये आपको करना है अभी है. There is a 2 resistors. There is 10 volts in, or you can take it as 15 volt. 15 volt. This is 10k. Say this is 5k, and this is the diode which is connected here, and these are the 2 resistors. Here is the 10 volt. There are 2 supply voltages. This is 5k and this is a 10k. And you need to find the current flowing through the diode. That is, you have to find the current I. बताओ क्या करंट फ्लो होगा करंट I में से? First of all, you have to decide whether the diode is forward biased or reverse biased. Can you tell me whether the diode is forward biased or reverse biased?
Forward bias, sir.
Why?
Sir, 15 volt is greater than 10 volt.
Yes, but if you see the voltage at the positive terminal of the diode is connected or is applied through this voltage divider network, and voltage across the negative terminal of the diode or voltage to the negative terminal of the diode is applied through this voltage divider network. So, any other opinion? Do you know Thevenin's equivalent circuit? Let us see. Let us see. So, cut this circuit from here and from here also. So let us find out this voltage. Voltage at this point and voltage at this point. So if we see, if we find VTH, let's say voltage at this point is VTH1. So what is VTH1 in this case? Voltage divider network पता है आपको कैसे solve करते हैं? It will be the resistor connected to ground, that is 5, divided by sum of the resistors, that is 10 plus 5, multiplied by the voltage, that is 15 volt. So what is VTH1 then? 5 upon 15 into 15. That means it is equal to 5 volt. So VTH is what? 5 volt. In this case, VTH1. Isn't it? और अगर आपको RTH फाइंड करना है तो RTH कैसे फाइंड करते हैं? RTH is the resistance connected. हम वोल्टेज को हमको कंसिडर नहीं करना है, वोल्टेज को डिसेबल कर देना है, मतलब सोर्स को डिसेबल करते हैं और रेजिस्टर्स को कंसिडर करते हैं. सो 10K and 5K are connected in series. That means 15K. And what about other side? अगर यहाँ पर देखेंगे आप तो say this voltage is VTH2, voltage at this end. So what is the voltage divider rule? The formula will be 10K upon 5 plus 10 into the voltage, that is 10 volt. So it will be 10 upon 15 into 10. That means 20 upon 3. What is 20 upon 3? It is around 6 point some voltage. है ना? 6.66. And this VTH1 and by the way, in this case also Thevenin's equivalent resistance will be 15K. If you add these two resistors which are connected in series, you will get this 15K. So if we see the voltage at this end is 5 volt and voltage at this end is 6.66 volt. So can you change your opinion now? Whether the diode is in forward bias or in reverse bias condition? Students, what about now? Whether the diode is in forward bias or reverse bias, अगर आप देखोगे तो डायोड के पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल को 5 वोल्ट कनेक्टेड है और नेगेटिव टर्मिनल को 6.66 वोल्ट कनेक्टेड है. दैट मींस negative terminal का voltage is greater than the voltage applied at the positive terminal. That means this diode is in reverse bias condition. And if the diode is in reverse bias condition, what will be the current? और अगर diode reverse bias condition में है, that means it will act like a open circuit. और अगर ओपन सर्किट है तो इसके थ्रू करंट फ्लो होगा क्या? नहीं होगा. दैट मींस द करंट इन दिस केस इज 0. ये समझ में आया क्या आपको? Students, are you there? Are you getting it or not? I mean, I am not getting any response from your side, so I am thinking that whether you people are attending or not. आपने सिर्फ ज्वाइन कर लिया और छोड़ दिया. So ये समझ में आया क्या आपको?
Yes, sir.
So these are the types of some examples of the numerical जो आपको गेट के एग्जाम में आते हैं. और अगर देखोगे इस टाइप के न्यूमेरिकल्स तो इलेक्ट्रिकल, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन ये तीनों ब्रांचेस को आते हैं. और डायोड आपने अच्छे से कर लिया तो आपको आगे समझना आसान रहेगा. बीजेटी वगैरह और बाकी बीजेटी पे बेस्ड एम्पलीफायर्स और आगे के भी सर्किट्स. सो दिस इज द बेसिक. तो ये हमने देख लिया कि आपको डायोड को आइडियल कब कंसिडर करना है, प्रैक्टिकल कब कंसिडर करना है. आइडियल केस में डायोड के अक्रॉस कितना वोल्टेज होता है और प्रैक्टिकल केस में व्हाट इज द इक्विवेलेंट सर्किट ऑफ द डायोड. ये हमने ड्रॉ करके देख लिया था. सो these are the some basics of the diode. Let us move forward. ये हम ऑलरेडी देख चुके हैं. 3 टाइप के बायसिंग्स होती है. जीरो बायस, दैट मीन्स नो एक्सटर्नल वोल्टेज और पोटेंशियल इज अप्लाइड अक्रॉस द पीएन जंक्शन. रिवर्स बायस क्या होता है आपको पता है. फॉरवर्ड बायस क्या होता है वो भी आपको पता है. तो ज्यादातर we will deal with these two, that is reverse bias and forward bias conditions of the diode. So if diode is, remember, if diode is reverse biased, then there will be no current flowing through it. If you are considering the diode as ideal diode, and 90% cases में जब आप न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करते हो तो आपको डायोड को आइडियल डायोड ही कंसिडर करना है. ठीक है. So you have to consider the diode as a ideal diode unless and until it is specified. Let's move to the bipolar junction transistor, that is BJT. BJT जिसको आप ट्रांजिस्टर भी बोलते हैं. So why it is called bipolar? Bipolar. Actually, it is bipolar, bi-junction transistor. And it is the device which amplifies the current, or you can say the transistor is a current controlled device. It is a current controlled device. So let us see the construction NPN. There are two types of transistor, NPN and PNP. So in PNP type transistor, there is a P-type material, and in between there is a N-type material. So दो जो P-type material है वहाँ से दो electrodes है, वहाँ पे दो electrode connect किए हुए हैं. One electrode is called emitter and another electrode is called collector. And the electrode connected to N-type material is called the base. So in PNP type transistor, the base is connected to the N-type material, and emitter and collectors are connected to the P-type materials. In NPN transistor, the base is connected to the P-type material, and the emitter and collectors are connected to the N-type materials. If we see the diode analogy of the transistor, two diode analogy of the transistor, see in this case, if you consider only this much of the transistor, it is like a PN junction only. One P-type material and one N-type material. So this is P-type, this is N-type. So this is like a diode. This is P-type material, this is N-type material. This positive side, this is negative side. And if you consider this only, this one junction only, you will find there a PN junction. Here also there is a PN junction. One N-type material and one P-type material. So this side is N-type material. So this is the negative terminal of the diode, and this is the positive terminal of the diode, because it is a P-type material here. And between these two, there is a base connected. If you see, this base is connected to the negative terminal of the transistor, or negative type material of the transistor. So if you consider the NPN transistor, so this is one junction, N-type material, P-type material. So this is the negative side and this is the positive side of the diode. And if you consider this junction, PN junction, this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal of the diode. So if you see, these two positive terminals are connected together and it is connected with the base. So base is connected to the positive material or P-type material of the transistor. So this is called the two diode analogy, and these are the symbols. So in P and P transistor, P and P, the arrow will be inward. Arrow will be inside, and this arrow is showing the direction of the current. Okay, so current will flow like this. So some current will flow through this IB from IE to IB, and some current will flow through the collector. So the direction will be inward in P and P transistor. So this is if you consider PNP transistor, this emitter will be connected to positive side. This base will be connected to the negative side, and this collector will also be connected to the positive side of the terminal. Then if we bias this transistor base, if we connect the base of the transistor to the negative side of the battery and the emitter to the positive side of the battery, that is, if we connect like this, and if we connect this like this, so this is the collector base junction, this is the emitter base junction. So collector base junction, if you see, collector is of positive type, collector is connected to the positive type of material, and we are connecting it to the negative terminal of the battery, and base is connected to the negative side of the negative material of the transistor, and we are connecting it to the positive terminal of the battery. That means this collector base junction is reverse biased, and this emitter base junction is forward biased. So in this condition, the current which is flowing through the emitter is IE, and the voltage across the input terminals, that is emitter and base, is VBE. So this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. So the voltage between emitter and base is VBE. Similarly, the voltage between collector and base is VCB. And the current flowing through the collector terminal is IC, and current flowing through the base terminal is IB. And the voltage across collector emitter terminals is VCE. So this will be the positive side and this will be the negative side of the voltage, VCE. Similarly, in this NPN type transistor, if we see, the arrow is outward, and this shows the direction of the current. Similarly, if we bias this transistor like this, emitter is negative type. If we connect the negative terminal of the battery to it and positive terminal of the battery to the base, and positive terminal of the battery to collector and negative terminal to the base. So this is collector base junction is reverse bias and emitter base junction is forward bias. So this voltage is VBE, plus sign will be here and negative sign will be here because this negative terminal is connected to the negative terminal of the transistor, and current will flow like this. यहाँ से collector current इधर flow होगा, यहाँ से base current flow होगा, and ये दोनों combine होकर emitter में flow होंगे I, and the voltage across this transistor is VCE. Okay, so this is the construction, two diode analogy and the circuit symbol of the transistor. So if we see the operation of the transistor operates in three regions. वो तीन reasons कौन से हैं? Saturation region में operate होता है, cut off and active. These are the three reasons in which transistor can operate depending upon the biasing of the transistor. So let us see saturation में कब वर्क करेगा, कट ऑफ में कब वर्क करेगा, एक्टिव में कब वर्क करेगा, और अगर हमको एज एम्पलीफायर यूज करना है ट्रांजिस्टर को तो उसको कैसे ऑपरेट करना पड़ेगा. So this is the characteristic of the BJT characteristic, and it is between the collector current IC and the collector emitter voltage VCE. So x एक्सिस पे VCE है और y एक्सिस पर IC है. So जैसे जैसे आप कलेक्टर करंट इंक्रीज होगा, you will see the increase in the base current. Here the base current is 20 microampere, 40, 60, 80 and 10 microamperes. Either here 120 microampere. So this is the base current. जैसे जैसे आप कलेक्टर करंट इंक्रीज होते जा रहा है, ये कलेक्टर करंट है 10 मिली एम्पियर, 20 मिली एम्पियर, 30 मिली एम्पियर, 40 मिली एम्पियर एंड सो ऑन. So this region is called the saturation region. This shaded region is called saturation region. This region here is called the cutoff region, and this region is called the active region. यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक का this entire region is called the active region of the transistor. And if we use transistor as an amplifier, then we have to operate it in this region only. And this is the dew point, quiescent point, where we can use the transistor as an amplifier. If we move towards the cutoff region, or if we move towards this, that is the saturation region, the amplification waveform may distort. Input or output signal may distort because of this shifting of the Q point, and this Q point may shift depending upon the temperature also. So this point here is VCE is equals to 0. Say this is the VCE voltage on the x-axis, and here it is 0. So if we take VCE is equals to 0, then IC will be equals to VCC by RL. So this point is IC, which is equal to VCC by RL. And if we take IC is equals to 0, then this VCE will be equal to VCC. So this point is VCE, which is equals to the VCC. VCC means the supply voltage which we apply for the transistor in order to give the supply. So this is the characteristic of the transistor. See, these are the biasings. कैसे हम bias करेंगे transistor को in order to use it in different regions. So if we make emitter junction forward bias and collector junction forward bias, the transistor will operate in saturation region. If both the junctions are forward biased, then the transistor will operate in saturation region. And if emitter junction is forward biased and collector junction is reverse biased, जैसा कि हमने ऊपर देखा था, emitter junction को हमने forward bias किया था और collector junction को reverse bias किया था. In this case, the transistor will operate in the active region. And if the emitter junction is reverse bias and collector junction is forward bias, that means the reverse of this active region, then it is called the inverse active region. And if both the junctions are reverse biased, that means emitter junction as well as collector junction are reverse biased, then the transistor will operate into the cutoff region. So अगर हमको ट्रांजिस्टर को एज एन एम्पलीफायर यूज करना है, तो आपको ये चीज ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेगी कि हमको, और जो आपको गेट में न्यूमेरिकल्स आते हैं वो ज़्यादातर आपको एम्पलीफायर पे ही आएंगे। तो आपको ध्यान में रखना है कि emitter junction should be forward biased and collector junction should be reverse biased. That means emitter base forward bias and collector base should be reverse biased in order to operate the transistor in the active region. Then come to the next topic, that is MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. This is also one type of transistor. जो हमने इसके पहले देखा वो BJT था. This is MOSFET. अभी जितने भी ICs आते हैं सब इस पे बेस्ड कंपोनेंट्स यूज करते हैं. MOSFET, मेटल ऑक्साइड सेमीकंडक्टर फील्ड इफेक्ट ट्रांजिस्टर. जैसे दो मोड्स हैं, एनहांसमेंट मोड एंड डिप्लेशन मोड. वो आगे हम देखेंगे डिप्लेशन मोड क्या होता है और एनहांसमेंट मोड क्या होता है. और फिर हर एक मोड के दो चैनल्स हैं, पी चैनल, एन चैनल, और डिप्लेशन मोड के भी पी चैनल एंड एन चैनल. सो let us see the symbol of the MOSFETs. This is the N-channel MOSFET. N-channel में enhancement type का ये symbol है और depletion type का ये symbol है. दोनों में अगर आप देखोगे तो current इसका arrow का जो direction है वो inwards है. So arrow का direction inwards draw करना है. 3 टर्मिनल होते हैं, एक गेट टर्मिनल, ड्रेन और एक सोर्स टर्मिनल होता है. ठीक है, सोर्स टू ड्रेन करंट फ्लो होता है हमेशा, सोर्स से ड्रेन के तरफ करंट फ्लो होता है. ठीक है, और गेट टर्मिनल उसको कंट्रोल करता है. से हमने बीजेटी अभी देखा था ना, बीजेटी इज अ करंट कंट्रोल डिवाइस. करंट कंट्रोल्ड मतलब अगर आप बेस करंट को वेरी करेंगे तो आप बीजेटी के आउटपुट को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. सिमिलरली MOSFET is a voltage controlled device. So ये वोल्टेज कंट्रोल डिवाइस में वोल्टेज कहाँ अप्लाई करते हैं करंट को कंट्रोल करने के लिए? दैट वोल्टेज इज अप्लाइड एट द गेट टर्मिनल. गेट टर्मिनल पे जो वोल्टेज हम अप्लाई करेंगे वो वोल्टेज से वी कैन कंट्रोल द फ्लो ऑफ करंट फ्रॉम सोर्स टू ड्रेन. दैट्स व्हाई it is called as the voltage controlled device. So these are the symbols of P channel MOSFET. डिफरेंस क्या है P चैनल N चैनल में? N चैनल में एरो अंदर की तरफ रहता है, ये आपको ध्यान में रखना है. N चैनल में एरो अंदर की तरफ रहेगा और P चैनल में एरो बाहर की तरफ रहता है. So this is the enhancement P channel or this is the depletion P channel. So in both the symbols the arrow is towards the outside. So let us see the basic working of the MOSFET. So this is the MOSFET working in the depletion region. Depletion region में जो गेट टर्मिनल है, गेट टर्मिनल will be connected to the negative terminal of the battery and the positive terminal is connected to source. Similarly, the voltage VDD is applied between the between the D and the S, that is the drain terminal and the source terminal. So this is the silicon dioxide layer. It is an insulator layer. So if we see this will act like a capacitor. इधर आप नेगेटिव वोल्टेज अप्लाई कर रहे हैं, इधर कुछ वोल्टेज है और बीच में इंसुलेटर है. देयर आर 2 plates and there is a insulation between them is a कैपेसिटर, कैपेसिटर भी ऐसे ही होता है, दो प्लेट है, दोनों के बीच में इंसुलेटर है. So this SiO2, that is silicon dioxide, will act like a insulator. अगर हम नेगेटिव टर्मिनल यहाँ पर अप्लाई करते हैं गेट पे, तो ये नेगेटिव जो टर्मिनल है, नेगेटिव वोल्टेज विल अट्रैक्ट द पॉजिटिव टाइप, दैट इज द पॉजिटिव चार्जेस टुवर्ड्स इट, है ना. फोटॉन्स को अट्रैक्ट करेगा और पॉजिटिव चार्जेस जो है वो गेट टर्मिनल की तरफ आ जाएंगे. सो जो करंट है वो जितना आप ये नेगेटिव वोल्टेज इंक्रीज करेंगे उतने ज्यादा यहाँ पर पॉजिटिव वोल्टेजेस आएंगे, उतने ज्यादा यहाँ पॉजिटिव, उतने ज्यादा यहाँ पर होल्स आ जाएंगे. और जितने ज्यादा होल्स आएंगे उतना करंट रिड्यूस होगा फ्रॉम सोर्स टू ड्रेन. सो if we increase the negative voltage applied at the gate, अगर हम उसको increase करते हैं तो current decrease होगा which is flowing from the source to drain. और अगर हम negative voltage को decrease करेंगे तो current increase होगा. ठीक है. So जैसे ही आप negative voltage increase करेंगे current will reduce because holes will be more towards the gate. और जैसे जैसे ये होल्स बढ़ते जाएंगे वैसे वैसे करंट यहाँ से चैनल के थ्रू कम होता जाएगा. सो दिस इज द वर्किंग ऑफ मॉसफेट इन डिप्लेशन रीजन. डिप्लेशन रीजन इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को डिप्लेट कर रहा है, मतलब पॉजिटिव चार्ज्ड आयंस जो है, होल्स जो है वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को डिप्लेट कर रहे हैं. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड द डिप्लेशन मोड. And what about enhancement mode? See, in enhancement mode, the polarity is reversed as compared to depletion mode. यहाँ पर हम गेट को पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल बैटरी को कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, तो पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल बैटरी को कनेक्ट करेंगे तो ये क्या करेगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को अट्रैक्ट करेगा. और जितना ज्यादा आप पॉजिटिव वोल्टेज इंक्रीज करेंगे उतने ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स यहाँ पर इंक्रीज होंगे. और जितने ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इंक्रीज होंगे उतना ज्यादा करंट फ्लो होगा फ्रॉम सोर्स टू ड्रेन. दैट मीन्स वी कैन कंट्रोल द फ्लो ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और फ्लो ऑफ करंट थ्रू दिस चैनल सोर्स टू ड्रेन बाय इंक्रीजिंग और reducing the voltage applied at the gate terminal. That's why it is called as the voltage controlled device. Like BJT is called as a current control device. So this is the working of the MOSFET in enhancement mode. This is the characteristic, drain characteristic of MOSFET. It is between the drain current ID, which is in milliamperes, between the drain to source voltage VDS. So जैसे जैसे आप गेट वोल्टेज देखो, गेट वोल्टेज नेगेटिव गेट वोल्टेज इंक्रीज करते जा रहे हैं. पहले -8 था, फिर -12, फिर -16, -20, वैसे वैसे ये आईडी इंक्रीज होते जा रहा है ना. पहले -2 था नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन में, -4, -6, -8 एंड सो ऑन. So by applying the gate voltage, gate to source voltage, we can control the flow of the current, that is this current ID. ID को हम control कर सकते हैं depending upon the voltage applied at the gate to source terminal of the MOSFET. So let us move to the next topic, that is the power factor, real power, reactive power and apparent power. What is the power factor? Power factor is a measure of how efficiently incoming power is used in any electrical system. How efficiently the power which is coming, which you have applied to the electrical system, is utilized by that system, is called the power factor, and it is defined as the ratio of real power to the apparent power. Apparent power means total power, or real power means the working power, the power required by the circuit when we are uh, supplying the power to it. जितना पावर उसको वर्क करने के लिए लग रहा है, दैट इज द रियल पावर एंड अपेरेंट पावर. ये हम अभी डिफरेंस आगे समझेंगे. what is meant by the real power and what is meant by the apparent power. Let us see. The real power, which is in kilowatts, is the power that actually powers the equipment and performs useful productive work. This is the real power. It is the power that actually powers the equipment, और जिससे प्रोडक्टिव वर्क हो रहा है. जो भी आपका इलेक्ट्रिकल इक्विपमेंट है, वो जितना प्रोडक्टिव वर्क में पावर यूज कर रहा है, दैट पावर इज कॉल्ड द रियल पावर. इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द एक्चुअल पावर, एक्टिव पावर और वर्किंग पावर of any electrical system. Then what is reactive power? It is the power required by some equipment, that is like transformer, motors, to produce a magnetic field to enable the real work. मतलब जो रियल वर्क परफॉर्म कर रहा है उसमें ये पावर की जरूरत नहीं है, बट इट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दैट रियल वर्क, है ना. ये मैग्नेटिक फील्ड प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है तभी ट्रांसफॉर्मर वर्क कर रहा है. So it's necessary to energize this equipment. However, it does not perform any productive work. So reactive power is necessary to perform the productive work, but it is not directly utilized in the productive work. This power is not directly utilized in the productive work, hence it is called as the reactive power. What is the apparent power? Is the vector sum of real power and the reactive power. So apparent power is what? Vector sum of both these powers, that is real power and reactive power, and is the total power supplied through the means that is required to produce the required amount of real power for the load. It is also known as the डिमांड. सो जितना भी पावर मेंस के थ्रू आ रहा है, दैट इज द अपीयरेंट पावर. जितना पावर आपका इलेक्ट्रिकल सिस्टम प्रोडक्टिव वर्क के लिए यूज कर रहा है, दैट इज द रियल पावर. और रिएक्टिव पावर इज दैट पावर which is actually responsible for the productive work, but it is not directly, this power is not directly using by the electrical system for the productive work. So इसको और अच्छे से आप समझ सकते हैं by this beer analogy. If you see this glass, this is the real power, this much is the real power, and this is the reactive power, and this vector sum of these two is the apparent power, that is kVA, the power supplied from the mains. So the power factor is the real power divided by the apparent power. That means the beer, that means this much divided by this beer plus this foam. So divided by the real power plus the reactive power. So this is the power factor, real power upon the apparent power. So let us move to the next topic, that is instrument transformer. Instrument transformer are used in the AC system for measurement of electrical quantities like voltage, current, power, energy, power factor, frequencies, etc. So function क्या है इसका इंस्ट्रूमेंट ट्रांसफार्मर का? तो बेसिक फंक्शन ऑफ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ट्रांसफार्मर इज टू स्टेप डाउन द एसी सिस्टम voltage or current so that you will be able to measure it. जब तक आप स्टेप डाउन नहीं करेंगे वोल्टेज को या करंट को, बिकॉज द इंस्ट्रूमेंट विच आर अवेलेबल विद यू are not directly, you cannot directly use them on the high voltage or high current. So in order to measure the voltage, current or power, you need to step down the voltage or current to measure it. The voltage and current level of power system is very high, है ना? उसको हमको in order to measure it we have to step it down. So it is very difficult and costly as well to design the measuring instrument for the measurement of such high level of voltage and current. So in order to measure that voltage, current, power, we need to step down the high voltage or high current so that the instrument which is available with us is used to measure it. So measuring instruments are designed for 5 ampere and 110 volt only. अब अगर आपके पास 5 एम्पियर से ज़्यादा करंट है in the power system, तो उसको आपको स्टेप डाउन करना होगा in order to measure it. Similarly, अगर हाई वोल्टेज है तो उसको भी स्टेप डाउन करना पड़ेगा वोल्टेज को, so that you can measure it by the instrument available with you. The measurement of such very large electrical quantities can be made possible using the instrument transformers. With these small rating measuring instruments, जो कि आपके पास अवेलेबल है ना? हमारे पास जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स अवेलेबल हैं वो उतने हाई रेटिंग के नहीं है, और हाई रेटिंग के अगर आप मैन्युफैक्चर करने जाएंगे तो वो कॉस्टली होंगे. सो टू अवॉइड दिस द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ट्रांसफार्मर इज यूज्ड टू स्टेप डाउन द voltage and current. Therefore, these instrument transformers are very popular in the modern power system. Let us see. There are two types of instrument transformer. One is current transformer and another is potential transformer. So in order to measure the current, we need to step down the current. So to step down the current, we use this current transformer, and to step down the voltage, we use the potential transformer. Current transformer is used to step down the current of the power system in this range, in 5 ampere range, so that we can use the ammeter which is available with us to measure it. This is the typical connection of the current transformer. This is the connection of the current transformer. Here is the current transformer connected. So the current will be flowing through it, and it will step down the current, so that this instrument, which is of low rating, can be used to measure the current. It can measure only 0 to 5 ampere of current. So we need to do this arrangement in order to measure the current. Similarly, the potential transformer is used to measure the voltage. That means power circuit ka we need to step down the voltage in order to measure it by using this rating of the voltmeters, 110 to 120 volt. So this is the connection of the potential transformer, and across this potential transformer we have to connect the voltmeter, which is of 0 to 110 volt or 0 to 120 volt, so that we can easily measure the voltage. Let us see some diode applications. Diode clipping circuits. मैंने पहले जब डायोड हम लोग कर रहे थे तब मैंने बताया था कि one of the application of the diode is the rectifier. Rectifier क्या है? Rectifier is actually a clipper जो कि नेगेटिव वेवफॉर्म को क्लिप कर देता है। अगर आपने इनपुट में आपका ये ऐसा एसी आ रहा है तो आपको आउटपुट में से वो ऐसा देता है ना, पॉजिटिव जो नेगेटिव साइकिल है, दैट मींस दिस साइकिल उसको क्लिप कर देता है। सो रेक्टिफायर इज अ टाइप ऑफ क्लिपर। सो क्लिपर की और भी एप्लीकेशंस हैं। Most of the electronic circuit like amplifiers, modulators and many other have a particular range of voltage at which they have to accept the input signal. So अगर आपका input voltage बहुत ज़्यादा है तो उसको क्लिप करके you can make it to the level so that it can be accepted by the circuit. Any of the signal that have an amplitude greater than this particular range may cause the distortion. Suppose आपके पास ये सप्लाई वोल्टेज है, सप्लाई वोल्टेज, एंड जो आपका नीड है वो कम है, तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, ये जो एक्स्ट्रा पोर्शन है इसको क्लिप करना पड़ेगा। यू कैन क्लिप दिस पोर्शन और यू कैन क्लिप द एंटायर साइकिल आल्सो, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सर्किट अरेंजमेंट। So this is done by the clipper circuit. Clipping circuit or the clipper circuit is the device which is used to clip the input voltage to prevent it from attaining a value larger than the predefined one. So जो पहले से defined value है उससे जो भी ज्यादा वैल्यू है उसको क्लिप कर देगा, so that it comes in the range of the device which is using it. The basic components required for clipping एक ideal diode and a resistor only. When the diode is forward bias, it acts as a closed switch. ये हम पहले भी देख चुके हैं. And when it is reverse bias, it acts like a open switch. So let us see how it works. So this is the positive diode clipping circuit. This diode is connected in the forward bias condition. So this is the positive terminal. In the positive half cycle, it will be positive and it will be negative. So this positive is connected to the positive terminal of the diode and negative is connected to the negative terminal of the diode. So during this positive half cycle of the incoming signal or the applied signal, this diode will be in forward bias condition. और हमने देखा अभी अगर डायोड फॉरवर्ड बायस कंडीशन में है तो उसके अक्रॉस जो वोल्टेज है वो कितना होगा, 0.7 वोल्ट, है ना। ये हम प्रैक्टिकल डायोड की बात कर रहे हैं। आइडियल डायोड होता तो सिंपली यहाँ से हम ड्रॉ करते थे 0 वोल्ट, So it is a practical diode. So practical diode के across जब diode forward bias है तो सिर्फ 0.7 वोल्ट रहेगा. जैसे ही नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल आएगी, दिस हाफ साइकिल, तो नेगेटिव हाफ साइकिल आएगी तो क्या होगा, ये जो टर्मिनल है ये नेगेटिव हो जाएगा और ये वाला टर्मिनल पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. सो दिस नेगेटिव terminal of the supply is connected to the positive terminal of the diode, and this positive terminal of the supply is connected to the negative terminal of the diode. Hence the diode will be reverse biased. और अगर डायोड रिवर्स बायस है तो क्या, इट विल एक्ट लाइक अ शॉर्ट सर्किट, सॉरी ओपन सर्किट. सो अगर डायोड रिवर्स बायस है तो इट विल एक्ट लाइक अ ओपन सर्किट. सो this is the open circuit, so that this output voltage V out will be the voltage which is at the input. So because we are measuring the output voltage across this only, अगर ये open हो गया तो this is we are measuring the voltage across these two terminals. So that means the input negative half cycle will come as it is in the output. So at the output we will get this negative half cycle. So if we compare the input waveform and the output waveform, we'll see that this much portion of the input is clipped by this circuit, and now we are getting this much voltage. So it's positive हाफ साइकिल को ऑलमोस्ट पूरा क्लिप कर दिया है एक्सेप्ट दिस 0.7 वोल्ट. सो दिस इज द पॉजिटिव डायोड क्लिपिंग सर्किट और पॉजिटिव क्लिपर. व्हाट अबाउट नेगेटिव क्लिपर? इन नेगेटिव क्लिपर द डायोड इज कनेक्टेड लाइक दिस, so that the in positive half cycle, in positive half cycle when this terminal is positive, so this is connected to the negative terminal of the diode, and this negative terminal of the battery is connected to the positive terminal of the diode. So this diode will be in reverse bias condition, and in reverse bias condition this will act like a open circuit. And if it is open, then this output voltage is the voltage which is applied at the input. So input का जो complete positive cycle है वो as it is हमको output पे मिलेगा. और जैसे ही negative half cycle आएगी, negative half cycle means the this terminal will be negative and this terminal will be positive. So this positive terminal is connected to the positive terminal of the diode, and this negative of the battery or the supply is connected to the negative terminal of the diode. So this diode becomes forward bias, and the voltage across this diode will be 0.7 volt, and a negative 0.7 volt, because we are taking voltage across this, and this terminal is negative connected to this point. Therefore the output V out will be this voltage only, that is 0.7 volt, and which is negative. So at the negative half cycle we will get this much only. That means almost entire negative half cycle is clipped by this circuit. So it is called the negative diode clipper. तो ये समझ में आ रहा है क्या आपको? Students, are you there? Students.